The DSM-5 is a fantastic resource. I think it's important for anybody in the field of mental health, to have the most updated copy of that manual. The DSM-5 is an incredibly thorough resource. I think it does a fantastic job of making adjustments to the different mental health um, difficulties that have progressed over the years. It does a fantastic job of identifying the different subsets of intellectual and developmental and mental disorders. I think it is very thorough in the way that it breaks down the different elements of individual groupings of disorders. One of the things that I like about it is a very good reference guide. It's a very quick reference guide. But part of that can also be one of its downfalls, and that is it can very easily categorize a human experience. And as we know, personality can often be very fluid. Personality can be very complex. It is not a rigid set of behaviors. And even though the DSM-5 takes that into consideration, I think it can also take away the individual element that make up a person's diagnosis or a person's personality. I know that there's a danger in clinical work to meet a client and immediately flip through the pages of the manual and point and say, this is what you have. Where I think personality and assessment is a lot deeper than just what the DSM-5 says it is. I also think a lot of therapists use the DSM-5 not necessarily as guidelines, but as truth. Like, this is what it says, and these are the symptoms that you're exhibiting, and therefore you have this disorder. As good as the DSM-5 is, and as good as it is at adapting in an ever-changing environment, I think there's also a danger that it can pigeonhole an individual.